Alright, it's 1.9. You already know what we're doing. We're going end busting. But before we do that, there's a few things we need to do. We need to get the dragon egg from the end. Because 2, we need to refight the ender dragon to get a end gateway in order to get to the end cities. So what I'm doing right now is I've just prepped a little bit of items for the trip. So we've got at least 3.5 stacks of rockets, which should be enough. Some gunpowder, and then I'm going to have more paper. And then I've also got our 4 crystals we're going to need. We're also going to need a ton of food. So I'm going to go grab a ton of carrots. Hopefully that'll be enough. I'm taking all of our golden apples because we never use them, and I'd figured why not. So given that we're in 1.9, we can now offhand, which is crazy to think about. So that's going to be really nice. Also, I had been fishing a little bit, and I got a flame bow, so I combined it with our current bow, so we have a perfect bow. Other than the fact that we don't have mending on it. I don't think we want to focus too much on trying to get mending this episode the entire time, just because we have a lot to do, and mending takes a long time. So, if you're wondering why I just mined all that with a pickaxe, it's probably the hardest thing to watch, but it's because fortune works on crops, apparently, just not wheat. It does with wheat because it gives you more seeds, but for carrots and potatoes, it just gives you more. And I think we're good there, yeah. Also, if you remember our redstone unloader system, before it was very slow. Now that it's up to date, you'll see how fast it is now. Super fast. So that's really convenient. Okay, so we've got our food, we've got a ton of rockets in our ender chest, and a whole bunch of stuff, so I think we should be good. Just need to get to the end. Alright. We're gonna do this again, and we have a god bow, so this should be an absolute breeze. I also repaired our armor. Just because I know it's gonna get obliterated instantly, but before we fight the dragon, we need to be really careful, because if we don't get the egg and we restart the fight, we lose it, I'm pretty sure, like forever, and we never collected it last time, so it's really important that we don't mess this up. So a pretty easy way to do this, I remember seeing this, I can't remember who showed this, but it's just really simple. You just make a platform, and then if you have a piston like that, and then you have a lever, there you go. Really easy. I feel like sometimes I don't even pick up the dragon egg because I'm so terrified I'm gonna mess it up. I've procrastinated it. Okay, so we got our dragon egg, and our ender chest, we're gonna just put it in there right out of the gate. Okay. So, okay, if I'm not wrong, the crystals go on each end here. Oh, there we go. See, now the question is, we have an old gen pillars, so is it gonna... Oh, it makes new ones. Whoa. What? See, I was expecting all of these to be reignited, so I was like, oh man. Well, oh, look at that. That is crazy. Alright. We're going for record time here. There we go. Oh, I might have to shoot it straight up. Oh, wow, nice. That was actually pretty good. That was my failed XP farm, by the way. Okay, so something you can do, you don't actually have to climb up these pillars. You can just, if you get it right, you can shoot an arrow through that little hole right there, and you won't actually have to climb up there. Only problem with this is I think in newer versions the hitbox for iron bars is a little bit different, so these are bulkier, so as you can see that arrow is literally stuck in midair. So you can't do that in this version, but in future versions you can just shoot an arrow through there. There we go. Yeah, so you can see the iron bars hitbox just takes up too much space. I believe that's all of them. Oh, you're kidding. Yeah, there we go. So we're not gonna get the same amount of XP, by the way. I think it's like a 1/12 of what you got before, but still not bad. Man, I gotta say, that was really loud the entire time. Okay, cool. So now we have an end gateway, but I'm gonna just grab a couple ender pearls here. 6 should do it. We can get more later if we need it. Let's grab our let's just grab a stack of rockets, and then our anvil and leather. Now, the reason we're grabbing an anvil and leather is because Elytra in this update, the way you repair it is with leather. Oh shoot, I just looked at that Enderman. It's super convenient to use leather. I don't know why leather, but hey. Okay, there we go. We are through. And wow. Dude, I'm literally the luckiest person. And we have an Elytra immediately. Oh man, we are beyond lucky here. So I think we're gonna go with the skill method here and just... Please work. Okay, that was a little too close. Maybe we shouldn't do the skill method, I don't know. Also, shulkers, I believe, do not drop shulker shells, and I don't believe shulker boxes are in the game yet, so unfortunately we can't capitalize on that, but right now we'll be fine with an ender chest. Plus there's a ton here anyway, so it's not like we have too much to worry about. Okay, so let's get the dragon head too. And we'll just fly down and get that in a sec. Hello, sir. Okay, emeralds. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. The game's just trolling at this point. It's like, hey, here's everything you want in a diamond item. Let's put it on iron. Feels good. We got an Elytra. So, say goodbye to any amount of normal gameplay. We have officially now ruined the game. You can't use rockets? Oh no. You can't use rockets. Well, there goes that. So I guess we aren't totally OP yet. Oh, so this chest broke. Ooh. Okay, pickaxe. Efficiency 4. And there's no ender chest. Weird. Cool, and then we can just break in. And no chest there. Wow. So it must generate a little bit differently. So, if you look at my F3 menu here, you'll see where it says facing east towards positive X. You'll see these values changing as I look around. The value on the right that's changing when I look up and down is the angle at which you're looking at. Basically, when you fly, if you aim at 40, and then as your speed begins to pick up around here, you gradually go back up to 40, and you maintain your altitude. Now this takes a long time, and you will lose some altitude, but comparatively to just gliding, you will get at least 10 times as far with the same altitude. And it is risky. I know it's scary going over the end void like that. I've lost a few blocks of altitude, maybe 10 or so, a little more than that maybe, but you can see how far you're going with no rockets. So even if you don't have any rockets or you run out, this is a really good idea. Oh, so I see a end city right there, and that's gonna have 2 chests in it. Okay, so if you want to avoid the shulkers, if you see the staircase here, go to the top left if you're facing this direction. Go right here. Nope, right here. Silk touch. Okay, you know what, we're actually gonna leave that. Oh. Alright, huge. That is a huge find. Mending, respiration, protection 4. Mending and breaking 3. Wow, that's great. That's just really good. Oh, there's something. Kind of aim in that direction. This is Elytra number 2, but first, 5 diamonds. Not bad. Ooh. Yeah, we can just straight up replace that right now. That's crazy. That is a really good find. I believe it's on this side. Yep, there we go. Okay, unbreaking and mending, we got those boots. And we got another ender chest. Nice. Okay, and that is it. So, you're probably confused. You're like, what do you mean you barely looked at this? Like, what are you on? Now, I'm only sharing this info assuming that you don't know this, but basically, the chest plus ender chest combo spawns in triple stacks like this, but only when it's above this one. The beginning of a city always has this triple stack. It will not have a chest in it, so you don't need to search there. If there's another triple stack above that one, like this one up there, you know there's a chest in there with the ender chest. Anything that isn't a triple stack is not going to have a chest in it, unless it's that really big cylindrical type building that I showed you earlier with the staircase at the top. So there is nothing else here except for the ship and that. Okay, so basically what we're missing now is we just need tools with mending. Pickaxes are on the #1 priority, and then sword second, and then everything else kind of goes after. Oh, big boy. Let's go to the ship first, so we at least have a chest, an ender chest, and a ship. Okay, well that doesn't work. Nope. Okay, just iron stuff. Fortune 1, fire protection, nope, horrible. Leaving that. Sometimes I'm not going to grab the ender chest because it's kind of inconvenient, because there's so many shulkers in there that it just becomes like the worst experience ever. So, you know, I just realized I brought no wood, and I have no crafting table. So hopefully nothing goes wrong. Oh, by the way, Sweeping Edge is not in this update, so we're not going to be getting that. Just thought I'd mention that in case someone got confused, because that's probably an enchantment I wouldn't want to miss out on. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Now there's no ship, but that is a crazy... So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 of these triple stacks, which means we get 5 chests, and then the cylindrical tower has 2. So we have 7 chests in here. Up here, with some help from the shulkers. And there's another one over there we'll go visit. Boots. Wow, those are amazing. Can't take them though because they're iron, and that's not very good either. Ooh, that's a sword. Okay, hold on. Knockback 2. Thank you. Thanks, game. Mending, fire protection. So we got a mending for a chest plate, which is good. Seems like most of these chests are broken. Seems a little bit buggy. But here we go. Okay, 7 diamonds and a bunch of iron. Okay, so not very good. We have at least 2 more chests now. 2 diamonds, smite and mending and an iron sword. Can't take that. 4 diamonds and no mending. Except for that chest plate, so not horrible, not great either, but we do have this one over here, which has at least 3 chests. Chest plate, nope, no mending. Wow, that's pretty bad. Ooh, lot of potential here. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, hoping for mending. Nope. Cool. We actually can take that because it'll make our shovel efficiency 5, so we'll grab that. Here we go. So that's going to be 4 chests. 5, make it 5. Nope, 7. Because there's 2 of these big towers. These are my favorite because there's not a lot going on and there's a ton of chests. One thing that's really unfortunate is end gateways aren't spawning randomly like they normally do in newer updates, because that's not in the game at this point. So we literally have to go back to where we spawned initially, which was at 1160, 362, which is 16,000 blocks away. So it's quite the trek back. Sword, mending. It's got Bane of Arthropods though, so, you know. Okay, another sword. Fire spec, sharpness, and breaking. Not liking it. Okay, 5 diamonds, some gold, emeralds, nice. A lot of diamonds, wow. Okay, chestplate. Wow. Okay, so here's our chestplate. Familiar? Yes. But now we can combine both and have Thorns 3, so that is just money. Wow. Wow, a lot of stuff in here. Ooh, okay. Oh, nice. That's just solid. Close to dying there. That was a little close. Mending boots. I think we already got some. Okay, I think we're good. We just need another pickaxe and a sword with mending. But earlier I was talking about how you can kind of break through these roofs to know, like, to get to the chest really quick. Doing this also helps when you fly by, because then you know if you've been here or not. So it's a really good way to just kind of mark down where you've been. It's a good sword, but we can't take it. And also when you break in like this, the shulkers don't know you're here. So you can kind of just sit here if you want and actually take your time. Okay, just a mending sword. We're going to replace that. Nope, nothing in there. Wow. That's really good. That's really good. So, you know, we'll replace the torches. Nope. Another unbreaking pickaxe. Unbreaking mending, which is good. So I think we got everything we need. Armor-wise, I think we got it as well. So I think we're good to go, and we're just going to head back now. And I'm going to cut, because it's going to take probably the rest of my life, so, you know. Okay, we are back, and it's time to unload. So I also got a coarse flour, just in case we would ever get more coarse fruit. In case we want to use that for anything, I just figured I would just grab that. So we got the dragon egg, and we got the head. I think we're going to leave that in here. And then we're going to go back to the end. That way we can enchant all of our stuff. Because we're going to need a lot of XP to combine all this gear together. It's going to be a lot. So, okay, so got our sword to have mending on it. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to put sweeping edge on it when sweeping edge comes around. So I think I'd rather just make a sweeping edge sword that we would use here to get XP. Because outside of an Enderman farm, I'm probably not going to use sweeping edge, like, ever. So yeah, like already, like we don't need sweeping edge for this, because sweeping edge doesn't come out till, I believe it's 1.11, so even this on its own is fine. Alright, so let's see if we can connect these two chest plates. 37. Ooh, what about it the other way around? Too expensive? Okay, so this chest plate's totally maxed out probably, but I don't think we're ever going to have to like upgrade this in the future ever again, so I'm not really worried about that. Bam. Perfect chest plate. And our boots probably won't have protection 4, which is fine. Well, actually, we might be able to add it on. I think we're just going to go like this and just keep protection 3. It's not the end of the world, so. Okay, so now we got Unbreaking 3, Protection 4, Aqua Affinity, Respiration 3. And then our pants, I don't believe we can upgrade those anymore, so I think we're all good there. Now the only things we have to do now is our tools, and then I think we should be good. Here's our Perfect Fortune. And then Perfect Silk Touch. Our axe we're going to kind of leave on its own. And then our shovel, so Breaking 3, Efficiency 5, Silk Touch, and Mending. There we go. And then we have a Fortune Shovel, and all we need is Mending on it, but I don't believe we have... I don't think we're going to be using a Fortune Shovel very much, so I'm probably not going to use that. I don't think we need Mending on it. Okay, so I think that's all of it. So we are super stacked. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to get Unbreaking books, and we're going to fish to see if we can get a Mending book for our Elytra, and also because we want our bow to be Mending and Infinity, because we can do that in this update. So ideally we'd actually try to get 3 Mending books. I don't know. We'll see. Priority number 1 is probably Mending on the bow, and then second is for Elytra. Okay, so we got Unbreaking 3 here. Interesting. We're probably going to get another Unbreaking 3 book just because shields are also in the game, and I want to get one that has Unbreaking on it. And then another book. There we go. And then we're going to put unbreaking on here. There we go. Ah, there you go. Got a shield. Okay, so I have our banner design that we used for our castle. Let me go and get our banner because we'll be able to put that on our shield. I believe it's right here. Yep, there we go. Let's get our shield. Nice. And then let's put unbreaking on it. Swap hands. How are we looking? Oh yeah, that's actually a really clean shield. I feel like sometimes less is more. Like, that looks pretty good. Now, what I've been dreading is that now we have to go fishing. Hopefully we get a mending book. I'm really not sure. So, who knows how long this is going to take. This is the kind of thing where you put on like a lore video in the background. Like, you know it's going to be bad. Okay, literally on our first try, we got a book. Look at my inventory. Okay, there's a chance this is mending first try. Dude. What? Dude, what? How? What? We're done. Well, we're not done. We need another one, but still. What? I actually can't believe this. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we're gonna do the bow first. Yeah, look at that. Man. That is a bow right there. There we go. That I don't even know. Like, that is just the dumbest thing ever. I don't know what to say. Like, I guess we keep going. I guess we go get another mending book. I don't know. Oh, by the way, we're also looking for a fishing rod with mending as well. Hey, we got a bow with mending. Mending, power 4, punch 2. Really good. So all we have to do is throw on like flame and unbreaking and infinity on there, and that's another mending infinity bow. Alright, we got a book, finally. Nope. Not bad though. Ooh, another bow. Oh, infinity, power 4. So now we can combine these two. It's mending and infinity to hopefully get another god bow, because I know I'm probably going to die at some point and lose all my stuff. I don't want to count on it and like plan on it, but like, you only get one of these bows if we only make one now. Like, we can't wait for another update to do that. So kind of important that if we want to have that insurance, we have to do it now. So wow, that is a fishing rod. Breaking 3, luck at the sea 2, lure 2, and mending. Okay, so we're going to combine that with our fishing rod. So now we'll have a perfect one. So we're going to have to be level 39 to upgrade that. So, okay, I'm going to go to the end really quick just to enchant another bow with mending and infinity, and then make our god fishing rod. There we go. We're going to obviously use one of the god bows, and then for the other one, we're just going to store it and throw it in somewhere just to kind of keep it stashed away. So by the way, I'd been fishing for about 3 hours past the point we got the mending book. So I still think I want to try to get a mending book just for our Elytra, and then move on to something else. You know what? I'm going to add some lighting to our little pond here underwater, just because it is super hard to see when you're catching a fish at night. Now, I don't know how far this light is going to reach. I believe it might add something. Oh yeah, a little bit. Not too much, but I think it's enough. Alright, so it's the next day, as you can probably hear through my voice. I made a AFK fish farm because it was taking like way too long. So I figured I would just wait here for like 6 or 7 hours and see what I get. So just to kind of understand how lucky we were getting that mending book first try, it took like 7 hours to get this mending book, the second one. So we got unbelievably lucky, and there you go. Perfect Elytra. So we're done. That took a while. Also, we got 68 name tags. That's cute. Probably never gonna need another name tag, I don't think. We did get a bunch of books also. They're pretty good. They're up there in terms of usefulness. There's a lot of unbreaking we could use, but everything else is, for the most part, you know, we're probably not going to need to use this, maybe later on. Alright, so last time we got a ton of iron. So what I'm going to do is smelt all of this, and we're going to create another beacon, because I want to go insta mining stone. That way we have materials to use when building something. You know, having all these furnaces makes me realize we might need a super smelter as well. I think I want to create a large super smelter because having to wait for a lot of this to cook, I'm realizing that we've hit that stage where we have so much stuff that we can't cook it quick enough. This is 15 furnaces here. I think we should shoot for like a 32 furnace super smelter. I would do a very complicated one, but we don't have some required blocks to do one that's really big, like 128. So for now, we're just going to do something simple that's just 32 furnaces. Another thing is we also got a Smite 4 book, and we only have a Smite 4 on our Diamond Axe, so I figured we just make that a Smite 5. So that should be basically one-shotting every single undead mob, if I'm not wrong. We don't have mending on it because honestly we're probably not going to run out of durability, and if we do, we can just replace that with a new axe, and the amount of times we'll have to repair is not going to be enough to where we're going to need mending, so we're just not going to throw it on our axe. Okay, before we make our super smelter, let's get enough iron blocks to kind of establish how much iron we're going to have left for the smelter, because we're going to need to make a lot of hoppers, so probably going to need a lot of iron as well. So we could use 26 blocks of iron and then replace the iron blocks we were going to use with some gold ones, and that's what we'd make our beacon out of. Only thing is we'd have to get 3 wither skulls, but now that we have an elytra, I feel like this is something that won't actually take as long as I'm thinking it will. Regardless, we still need the beacon, whether we want it or not, really, because we need to get a ton of blocks for any kind of build we want to make. You know, being in the nether here, and since we have access to the nether roof, I'm kind of wondering about making a gold farm as well, because I'm like, well, if I want to get enough iron for a beacon, I can also use gold for a beacon. And I feel like the only things we'd really use gold for is like golden carrots, which we'd run through a lot. But to also have gold for beacons is also not a bad idea. I totally forgot you could do that. So that might be a good idea, because God knows I'm going to need the iron for a lot more things. And it would be more useful to be used in like redstone builds and stuff like that. Here's our fortress. Now, I believe this is an old one, so we're probably going to have to go a little bit farther, because I don't think wither skeletons are going to spawn. There we go, there's a wither. Alright, first try. Nope. Wow, already. That's like 5 withers in. Wow. I'm sure that was pretty lucky though. Hey, another skull. And a skeleton actually helped for once, wow. Oh, here's the dreaded pit. Oh, and there was a skeleton waiting to shoot me. How poetic. Hey, there's number 3. Okay, nice. That only took like a little over 40 minutes, which isn't bad based on my past experience, so. Oh, there's another head. So I actually got 4. Nice. Okay, let's beat the wither really quick. Let's grab a strength potion just for fun. And we also have smite 5 on our axe, so that's like the maximum per hit damage I think you can deal on the wither. If it's not the highest, it's the closest. I know the DPS of a sword is better, but I'm talking about like single hit damage here, not just DPS. Okay, so soul sand, And you, and you. And here we go. Well, pretty easy. Still easy. One thing that caught my eye. Hello. 2. There's more than that, right? Alright, whatever. Okay, so apparently in the 1.9 release, which is the one we're in, gold farms are a bit broken because the mob pathfinding AI is very weak and bugs out really easily, meaning if we hit a pigman in order to make a gold farm, you'd have to get them to chase something, and that would probably be you, not turtle eggs, because those aren't in the game. So if the pathfinding is bugged to where it doesn't work, then that ruins the entire function of a gold farm in this update, so I don't think we're going to build that. But since we have enough resources for a beacon already, I figured we would just go and get some iron, or yeah, get some iron, get some stone, and a bunch of cobblestone as well, just because I want to have a lot of materials for any kind of building that might come up, because I realize I spend so much time trying to get materials and then go build, get materials, go build, get materials. So the goal right now is to set up a beacon down here in our mine. The reason I'm doing it down here is because these are older chunks, and in older chunks we don't have andesite, diorite, or granite, so there's a lot more stone available for us to mine. There we go. Alright, now it is time to mine. So that is utterly satisfying. I haven't done this in so long. Ugh. Oh, diamonds? Here we go. Alright. Ooh, I don't know how many that was. Whoa. Oh no, we had some diamonds already. Okay, so we got 4 in that one. You know, we can use the XP here to heal our pickaxe a little bit. So, not bad. That was a lot. I have no idea how many that was. More diamonds. So what do you got? I don't know how many that was. So, what is this? Ooh, 3? 2. I think 3. And 1. Ooh, hello. 1? Come on. That's a little rude. Okay. Got some attitude here. Wow. I was just mining some iron here and got a fun little surprise. Diamonds in the ceiling. That's almost a song name, but I never usually get diamonds in like the ceiling at all, so that's kind of crazy. Alright, so the plan is to build a super smelter just back here. What I want to do is hopefully get like 32 furnaces. I don't know if that's too much, but the amount of furnaces we had here was 15, so we're going to need to, if we want to make this worth it, we're going to have to really knock that number out of the park. So I'm going to cut to when I have this dug out, probably far enough. Okay, so even though, yes, we had 15 before, I think we'll just do the 16 furnace route, and then in the future, if I want to keep extending it, I can, because all you really have to do is just add more furnaces, because the ends of the super smelter don't really change, and the only thing that would change if you added more is just more rails and more furnaces. So we're going to go with the 16 furnace route. So I finished it, but I ended up building it a little too far away from our little opening here, and also it's an even build, so it doesn't match up since our room is an odd number, so it's kind of wonky. I figured maybe I'd just put some walls down. We've got 16 here, and what I want to show, because I've ran into this problem before, is specifically building this. So if you ever have rails, you have to place them with a super smelter one next to each other like this. If you're not facing east to west and you're north to south, these rails will connect and you won't be able to place them like this. And I was north and south. So I'll show you what I mean. So you get your rails here, and then you want to place one down below, and it just connects. which is super frustrating. So what you want to do is you want to break the top ones, get your bottom ones down first, and then you want to extend the bottom row by 1. I believe you can do it. I think you want to do it on both sides because you want to do it on both sides. And then now you can place it normally, which I don't understand. I mean, I kind of get the logic where they don't connect because the other rails, assuming these rails are going to keep continuing. So it's like, oh, we won't connect. It's busy going straight, right? So really weird. I forgot that was a thing, and I figured I would mention that. I had to look that up. I think a person who made the video on that specific fix is Sweeney Dunstan. I'll put a link. Accidentally smelted a stone brick. This actually reminds me. I had no idea you could do this, but apparently if you smelt a stone brick, you get cracked stone bricks. I don't think you realize how many strongholds I've had to mine out in order to get mossy stone brick and cracked stone bricks. That is like devastating news to know that you could do that. So, yeah, really unfortunate. And obviously the same thing goes for mossy stone bricks. You just add vines to it and that's how you get it. So I had no idea that's how that worked. You know, the nice thing about this AFK fish farm is we got so much fish. I don't think we're going to need to get much food for a long time. Fish isn't the most satiating, but we have so much. It's basically like if bread was slightly more satiating, which in my opinion is pretty good. One thing I do want to do, I just realized we don't have a few of our villagers totally maxed out, and I figured it'd be a good idea to just kind of upgrade the rest of them and see what they got, because I think they might get new trades even though they're older gen. I don't know how that works. Maybe we'll have some hybrids. I don't even know how that works. Okay, so we have a looting book in here too. I'm gonna grab that. Yeah, looting 3 on breaking 3. And we're just gonna make a sword really quick. Okay, sharpness 4 on breaking 3. Okay, cool. So let's put looting on that. There we go. And let's go get some chickens. Now, something that's oddly lucky for us. We have like a little chicken hole over here. I don't even know. I think I saw this earlier. There was like 3 or 4 chickens in this hole over here. And so I just started like breeding them. And hopefully they're still there. Oh, there's only 1? What happened? Oh, you ate them. Oh, it got brutal in there. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Well, for starters, I know I have some chicken down here, I believe, because there was a lot of baby chicken zombies, the chicken jockeys or whatever, and they obviously dropped chicken. So there we go. 5, 6, so 6, I believe. Now, I don't know how many times I'm going to need to trade, you know, the 15 or 16 chickens with that farmer to level them up, but I imagine it's once, because before it was like you'd do it once, and if it was like a significant trade like that, they would immediately upgrade. I'm not sure if that works the same now. Okay, here's a couple chickens. Okay, that's only 1. That's not very helpful. Okay, nice. 12 now. We'll get 16. I can't remember if it was 15, 14, or 16. So we'll just go with the most secure one. No, I hear it. No. Oh my god. Again? I don't understand. Okay, don't give me mining fatigue, dude. Come on. I'm on land. You gotta give me a break. Oh my god. So now we have 2 ocean monuments in our old gen. Oh, that is a nightmare. I don't even know. Okay, so this guy wanted 15 raw chicken. Okay. And given that we're also kind of getting low in villagers because 2 of them died, I think next episode I'm probably just going to make a villager breeder, because I think there's newer trades. This is something that I think came out in 1.7.10, that basically villagers had more trades and they were slightly different. So I kind of wanted to make, you know, some more villagers to sort of expand our economic arsenal, is what I would call it, and set up our voluntary villager breeder. And given that we're going to need to have more room for more villagers, I think it would be smart to kind of start our downstairs area, where basically we go down a level and it's nearly the same kind of hallway design again. Because I think we've used every room at this point. Okay, here's another chicken. Okay, 14, so we just need one more. Well, you know what? We have an egg. Oh, right, it's supposed to be a baby. Okay, we got bones. We can make some grass and get some seeds. Hopefully that makes them older quicker. I think that's how that works. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So let's just bone meal this. I don't think fortune works. Oh, no, it definitely does. Oh, yeah. Wow, fortune works on grass. That's crazy. I had no idea. So now we got 17 seeds, yeah. Hey, little buddy. Here's your HGH. You gotta grow up. Oh, now he's running away. He knows. Oh, there we go. Well, sorry, buddy. Alright. Okay. Will you upgrade? Oh. Okay. That I don't like that. That's even worse, actually. I mean, this is just an insult. I mean, what? I mean, I guess we have wool, right? Because we got sheep, but like, I mean, come on. Okay, 22. I don't believe this villager is gonna have more trades, but these trades do seem different. I don't remember. I remember getting one with like wool, but it wasn't this many. So we'll see. Oh, he's got more trades. Let's do the math. let's do the math here. 21 wool for 1 emerald. 1 emerald for 1 wool. Dude, you can't be serious. Okay, slightly better. Oh, he sells all the colors of wool. Whoa. Oh. Well, that's not bad. I mean, it's not great either, but, you know, let's buy this. I don't think that'll upgrade him or anything. I think he's maxed out. Well, yeah, he's probably maxed out. So that's kind of weird. So we have like a hybrid, because he is almost like an insane amount of trades. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. He's got 21 trades. I mean, yes, like half of those are like wool, but still, even like more than 10 is like, I think that's not normal. So he's kind of like a hybrid. I think this cleric or priest might have some more for us. The reason I want more villagers, by the way, is because I want to get a trade where we can offer them iron or gold for emeralds, because that's probably one of the best trades in my opinion. Ooh, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. We need that because we have so much rotten flesh. And we got the gold trade. Okay, cool. This guy's goated. So let's try to get one of our blacksmiths upgraded again, because we might be able to get some crazy trades, because I think basically these villagers have like double the amount of trades because they have new gen and old gen. So it basically resets their trading system, so where it almost thinks it's at a clean slate, and so you get like an insane amount of trades. So, or no, it was a cleric is the one I wanted to upgrade. So let's do that. Okay, another rotten flesh, really good, and same thing with gold. Okay, nice. You, sir, let's buy some pants. Okay, he's also got more trades. This is big. Coal for an emerald, good. Not great. Not loving that, but I do like the coal. I believe this guy will also get the same kind of treatment. More rotten flesh trades, which is, again, really good. Okay, let's go grab a bunch of rotten flesh and see if we can't get like super loaded. Okay, let's get a bunch of rotten flesh. Okay, so we can trade a decent amount of times here. I think that was 7 trades. And I don't believe that upgrades them again. Oh, it does. Oh, it keeps going. Okay. I want to just see if I can't take this to the limit here and max out this last trade. If he doesn't upgrade, we'll know. Okay, he's still going. Ender Pearl. Glowstone again. So wait a minute. He's got 2 glowstone trades. So this is the very beginning. There you go. Okay, he doesn't upgrade from that, right? Oh, he does upgrade. Okay. Oh my god. How many trades? Oh my god, he's got more trades. I can't even do it. Oh my god, more bottles of enchanting. So wait, he's just resetting. Look. Again, so he could basically sell 4 enchantments at this point. Like 4 enchanted items. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay. Wow, that is that is so stupid. Okay, not you. Wait, where was our... Oh, it was this guy, right? Same thing as before. So let's buy the lapis. Okay, I think... There we go. Ender pearl. Yep, same thing. Glowstone. Oh my god. Okay, and his rotten flesh trade reset because we bought his most recent item. So we're gonna go grab more and keep doing this. This is so stupid. You know, I gotta say, this is amazing. We're gonna be able to get so many emeralds from this. So yeah, all we have to do is spend 4 emeralds and all of his trades reset. Because when we upgrade the last thing, he refills. So sort of like a capital gains tax on this guy. But unlimited trades. So okay, so let's get this clock. Oh, he does. He's got more. Paper again for an emerald. I like that. Ooh. Oh. Not bad. Oh, well, you know. Not bad. Paper, I like that a lot. Because now we have 2 paper trades with them. And that's really huge. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time doing this for a while in between episodes. Just to kind of max them out and see what happens. Because it will take a while. And so I think I'm going to end this one here. And next update, we're going to be in the Frostburn update, which is 1.10, where we get magma blocks, husks, strays, polar bears, and some minor features, but not a ton. So I will see you next time. Ciao.